Hello everyone, this one is an old typewriter, the Rofa Model 3 from around 1920. At those times it wasn't already clearly defined a standard in the mechanics of the typewriters, so some of them in that period used solutions that now we could consider strange. It's the case of this typewriter, which has many special features. Let's begin. The Rofa is a German typewriter named after the first two letters of Robert Febig, the inventor. He was already in the field of typewriters because in 1912 he produced the factotum typewriter. The design was actually based on the British Imperial Model A. The Rofa was then produced till 1929. It has an attractive circular design, with frontal type bars falling from top to bottom. This solution permitted to the typist to see what he typed, while the typewriter maintained simple mechanics. At those times, some typewriters had the so-called blind writing. You cannot see what you wrote till you raised the carriage of the typewriter. So a design allowing you to see what you wrote was a good news for secretaries. One of the main particularities of this typewriter was the inking mechanism, since there is no ribbon but an ink roller. At that time there were already some typewriters that used the ink roller, for example this Ductile of 1895. But Robert Febig was dissatisfied with this system, because the ink roller had to be manually refilled with ink from time to time, and it was too messy. So in 1920 he patented a better inking system invented by him. With this method the ink was contained in this cartridge. The ink was drawn from the cartridge to the ink roller by a wick, this one. With each keystroke the type bar moved past the ink roller, which not only inked the type but also touched the wick, itself being refilled with ink. So the ink roller was constantly supplied with ink from a cartridge. When, after extended use, the wick is consumed, the wick is advanced by turning the disc, and the consumed portion of the wick may be cut away by scissors. It's similar to the mechanism of an old oil lamp. You can see it also in this old spare parts catalog. There is the wick for the ink, the part number 8961, and a set of 5 ink rollers, the part number 8962. You can choose 2 different colors, black or purple. There is a label here. Let's clean it. There is the name of the reseller in Hamburg, Germany. He was in Han Trap 3. I visited Hamburg in the 1990s. I still have this map. I remember an harbor with very large ships. And I remember the St. Pauli, the entertainment district. The road hand trap is here. The keyboard has a German layout, and to reduce the space, every button has 3 symbols, or minuscule, uppercase, and a symbol. This system allows you to have 90 letters, numbers, and symbols in a very limited space. And also the typefaces have 3 characters instead of the usual 2. Do you see? To use these letters and symbols on the buttons, the typewriter has to have 2 shifts instead of 1. Normally you write with the minuscules. With the first position you write the uppercases. And the second position is for the symbols on top of the buttons. In the rear part, this one is the margin. There is only one margin. And here there is this strange key. You have 10 seconds to understand what is it. Exact, it's a blocking mechanism to be used during transportation. I knew you would guess. It's a smart solution. Of course, there is a little bell of the margin. Let's see the carriage. With this lever you raise the paper bale. And this is the lever to move the carriage. This lever is a release of the roller. You can use it to center the line of writing. This is the interline. It's on the right, usually is on the left. And with this pin you select the numbers of lines. You see, it's not a complicated typewriter. It adopts mechanical solutions that appear a little rough, but it's simple to use, easy to build, and cheap. And it also has very beautiful shapes. It's a pity that this design didn't last so long, and the market was conquered by big black typewriters in the form of the cube. Maybe this typewriter is no more commonly used in everyday life, but still can also be used as a home decoration. Have a nice day.